How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Market Monday. Today, I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step of what I did to make roughly 10 mil. I'm saying 10 mil. You can fight me because I got these auctions up. I only have 7.3 mil, but once everything sells, I can see the comments now. Dude, you only have 7 mil. It's a lie. Once these auctions sell, I'm over 10 mil. So I don't know if I'm going to title this 10 or 9 mil or whatever. But if you guys are enjoying the Market Mondays, the one thing I ask is you do drop a like to let me know you are enjoying it. If you are not enjoying it and you're over Market Monday, please let me know in the comments because that kind of determines how often I do a series based off the likes and the viewership and how long people watch the video. You can tell, are they over this series? Do they not want to watch it anymore? Or are people still really interested in the series? So if you are still interested, drop a like. If you are no longer interested, you can either A, just don't like the video, or B, just let me know in the comments. Say, hey, maybe start posting something else more often because this series is a little bit dead. But anyways, let's get into it. So for starters, for Market Monday, we're going to do what we always do, talk about the auction house prices and things like that, and then I'll give you guys a step-by-step of how I made the 10 mil in about 3 weeks. I got back into this game. My boy Beast Gaming posted. Hey, he's probably the thumbnail maker for this video, potentially. Go check him out. Hey, check that video. He's the GOAT. But yeah, I started posting again about 3 weeks ago, and when I came back, I had maybe a mil on this account. So we turned a mil into 10 mil in about 3 weeks. So pretty decent. Let's get right into it. So last Market Monday, we talked about the price caps, I believe. This week, they changed the price caps, and they are now way lower. I made a video already talking about what the new price caps are. 80 overalls can go down to 12K, I believe, is the price cap. Maybe it's 11,500. I think it's 11,500. So they go down all the way to 11,500. 79s and everything else are really cheap. I don't have the price cap pulled up right now. I could pull it up, but I've already talked about it in a recent vid. Basically, everything got cut in half, okay? So 87s used to be 200K. They went from 200K to exactly 100K. 80s used to be 23K. They went to 11,500. So literally everything just got chopped in half, except for diamonds. They are not affected by the price cap. But the price cap going down resulted in diamonds also dropping in price. They used to be about 250K, the worst ones. Now they are really, really cheap, as low as 180K. It's kind of crazy. This year, people have way more coins. Right now, I have almost 10 mil. People have 40 plus million coins. And yet the prices, the highest rated card in the game right now is 96, besides the two masters that are 98, right? And yet they go for only 1 mil. Unless they're a super good one like Vic or Denzel Ward or something they're rare, they go for super, super cheap, 1 to 2 mil. Where in years past, they'd sell for 5 to 10 plus million. So I don't know what's up with that. Why is everything so cheap? I don't know. Maybe stuff's too common because of EA just wanting us to spend money to get the guaranteed 96 leads to it being too common. Because only the expensive cards are this Lamar, and even that 4 mil for one of the best cards in the game, you'd think he'd be worth more. It's really weird. And I'm not really a big fan. I like it when cards are worth more. It makes the game a lot more fun to me because then if you pull a good card, it's way more exciting. Or if you get a good snipe, it's way more exciting. Now to get a good snipe, I just have to get a card for ridiculously cheap, and it's just kind of unlikely. It's a little bit annoying, just my opinion. But yeah, so price caps got updated. Let's talk about what I've been doing since I came back to make all the coins I've made. So step one is live events for me. Live events got really, really good this year. Not gonna lie, kudos to EA. For the most part, they've dropped some really good live events. I did the career tribute live event. Obviously, that's not out right now, so you guys can't do that. But I pulled a 96 Keekly from that, which was nice. That made me a solid 1.6 mil pretty easily, and has also gave me a ton of other elites. I don't really do Madden Mint personally. If you need coins, though, that is definitely something you can do. I don't really think it makes that much coins, though. It's not really worth it, in my opinion. I'd rather do either this live event, which I've done a ton, and I've definitely made a lot of coins off this one, because it just gives you so many free players. Why would you not do it? It's just easy. And it literally just, the auto feature makes it so much easier. There's no excuse to not be spending all your stamina on live events, guys. Make sure you're doing them. And then the other live event I've done a lot is this Blitz one right here. Depending on your team rating, you might have a different one. But I think this one is also really good because then I've done this set a lot right here. All the way at the end, it's the 80 plus overall player set. You put in NFL badges, which is what you get from that Blitz. And I've done it 13 times. I pulled a diamond, I think 3 or 4 times from it. One of the diamonds sold for 800K. Otherwise, I'm just pulling elites, and I'm getting closer to being able to do this 94. So from that live event, I've definitely made myself over 2 million coins off this pack right here. So definitely make sure you're doing that live event. if you aren't doing the 77 plus live event. Either one is fine. Like you could literally, either one is good. This one costs 20 more stamina. This one just gives you guaranteed players with the chance at elites. While the other one, you have the potential of pulling a diamond, of course, but it costs you way more stamina. So both are good. You guys can make that decision depending on when you're watching this. Maybe different events will be out. But yeah, always just pay attention to the event tab. Like if you missed the career tribute events, like that was a big miss. Those things were very, very overpowered. Like those events were very good. So pay attention to this. Make sure you're doing that. That definitely made, I probably made about 3 million of my coins off the event tab. I would say that's probably a decent estimate. And then the rest came off the auction house. So now to the auction house, I'll give all the filters I've used. Literally just all the filters. I'm not claiming that I own all these filters. I'm not claiming I'm the inventor of these filters. I'm just strictly telling you guys what I did to make the coins, and I use these filters. So let's get into it. So we'll start with our low rated filters and we'll work our way up. I snipe Team of the Week players. If you watch the Road to a Mil, you've known that I do that a lot. Team of the Week players are pretty decent for me to snipe. They sell for around 7K. On the Road to a Mil account, they're actually worth more. This is a little bit annoying. On the Road to the Mil account, that server, they're worth about 7,500. But here, I guess they're down to 6K. So you just grab any for like under 4K, I'd say, and you can resell them for around 6K. They should sell. Like I said, so I don't know why they're super cheap on this server. Oh, we missed one there. But they definitely sell for around 7K for me. So I'm going to grab all these ones for around 5K or whatever, just while I'm here, and post them up for 7K. Oh, I'll also show you guys, I have a new way of posting my cards. I'm sure most of you know by now, but whenever I'm selling golds or elites, I put the bid at 1,000 and the buy now at 200,000. Golds or elites, not diamonds, right? So just like that. And that's been working really well for me. That's actually how I got the coins to make this video. My cards were struggling to sell, and then CHF and Random Jerry gave me this, and my cards sell way more now. So that's been really big for me. My cards actually sell, and that's how I've gotten these coins. Even my diamonds are selling more common now, so that's pretty dang nice. But yeah, so Team of the Week players, they were selling for 7,500. On most servers, they are. Here, they've kind of dropped a little bit. But just know, you can get them for pretty cheap, like under 4K pretty easily. Nobody's really on them. And then they should sell for around 7K. All right, sorry about that. I got a phone call. So yeah, they should sell for around 7K. Don't read into this too much. I'm telling you, they actually sell for 7K. For the most part, they do. So always check your service price, but you can try and get them for under 4K. That's what I usually do. Or I also like mass bid on them, which is pretty easy because there's very little competition. I just throw the bid at like 4,500, and they're pretty easy to mass bid on. I can just bid on all of these real quick if I wanted to. So I'm not going to do that right now, obviously, because that's not what the point of this video is. But yeah, so that's one filter I use. Another filter I use, I don't think it's going to be as prevalent now. This is from courtesy of my boy Jambo. This is not my filter at all. But I don't think it's as prevalent now because of the market drop. But I definitely did use this one for a little while. And I used it recently, actually. It still worked a little bit. But Lamar Jackson is on this filter, and Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray for 10K. I think that might be still snipe. But yeah, they used to be worth like 30 plus K. Then the market tanked, so now they're worth less. We'll grab the Kyler Murray for 10K. He's going to resell for around 15K probably. So we make a solid, 4K, 5K profit on that. So this filter was definitely nice for me. It was just quarterback, field general, and scrambler. I believe I'm putting it in right. And Atlanta, Cardinals, and Ravens. Because you're looking for Lamar Jackson, Matt Ryan sometimes, and mostly Kyler Murray. So yeah, the Lamar Jackson has definitely dropped for like 4K numerous times in this filter, and it used to be worth like 25K. So I definitely made a lot of coins on this filter. Now he's only worth 10K, but like you saw right there, we just got a Kyler Murray. So you can still use the filter. It's still decent. The next filter I use is Steelers players because they go for a ton. You can definitely use this one. Definitely a very good filter. Not silvers. They don't really sell. The silvers are worth a ton, but for some reason, whenever I post them, they never sell for me. I don't know why. Like, I see them sell. Like, these 4 silvers right here are going to be gone. If I checked back like 10 minutes from now, they'll probably be gone. But yet when I post mine for 4K, they don't sell. So I don't know what's wrong with that, what's up with that. But gold Steelers players are worth around 7,500 coins. And they're just normal players, so they get posted for like 3K, 2K, 4K all the time. So you can definitely snipe this. It's pretty similar to the Team of the Week filter. Same general concept. Sell them for 7K, get them for like 3K, make pretty decent profit. I definitely use this one a decent amount. It probably made me a couple $100,000. Nothing crazy. But definitely a good filter nonetheless if you need a new filter to use. So hope this one helps. And then the main one I use is sniping high overall players, 90 plus. So depending on your coin total and depending on how many coins I had, because like I said, I used to have my cards struggle to sell, so I would just put in however many coins I had. So at some point, I would have like 250k, so I would snipe 90 plus for 250k. Now it's not even prevalent at all anymore. I'd probably have to go up a little bit because of how much the auction house dropped. But I'd scroll down to the end, see if there's anything I like, anything for a cheap price, buy it, resell for more. The general idea of sniping. I just know the auction house very well. If you are somebody who's not familiar with the auction house, definitely my number one tip is when in doubt, do not buy. Ask a friend to check the price on your server. But if you're ever not sure, if it's ever not obviously a snipe and you don't know the price that well, do not buy, because that's a big way you can lose coins. Like say I bought this Tyler Lockett for 200k thinking he was a snipe, and then in reality he's worth 200k. I just lost time and money because he's going to resell. Tax is going to make me lose coins, and plus I have to wait for him to resell. So when in doubt, do not buy. That's just my biggest tip. But the main filter I use is 94 plus, was really good. Now it's not so good because there's so many 96 plus, but this is definitely how I made most of my coins. I got a Denzel Ward 96 overall for 2.3 mil, and he resold for 5 mil, so that was huge for me. I got this 96 Calvin for 1.4 mil on a bid. Bid sniping is really good in my opinion as well, especially for these high overall players. And he's worth none up, but he's worth around 2 to 3 mil. I mean, we'll see what he actually ends up selling for. I'm hoping to get him to sell for around 2.3, 2.4 mil, and that would make me a full million coins profit, which would be nice. But as of now, what I've been sniping recently is just 96 plus because they're the highest rated in the game, and I have a lot of coins, so might as well go for it. So I just scroll down to the end, see if there's anything for cheap. It's a little bit hard now because everything is super, super cheap, which is annoying. And Odell for 3.5. What is the Odell worth? The Odell is one of the few cards that's actually expensive, which is nice. I'm happy he's here. So he's worth 3 mil. So that bid for 2.1 I could get because I could realistically probably get him to sell for about 2.7 mil. So I'd make about like 300k on him, but I'll probably pass. But yeah, that's just another example of how bid sniping can be really, really good, and I definitely recommend bid sniping on high-rated players. Just make sure, it takes a few days to learn the prices. When in doubt, like the first few days, don't buy. Just mainly focus on learning the prices and like seeing what cards are worth. Just going, oh, Montana, he's up for that much. Oh, Greg Olson's up for that much. Do things like that, and eventually you'll know the prices, and by that point, that's when the real money's like, you can actually start making money because like, oh crap, a Michael Thomas just dropped for 1.4 mil. Like, he's worth way more than that. Let me get that. So, yeah, that's one of the main ones. I just used 96 plus. 94 plus was really good for me for a while. It's still okay. And you could still use it. Say you only have like 1.2 mil, right? Then you could put 96, put 94, put 1.2 mil, and then scroll down to the end and snipe that way. That's kind of what I did for a lot of the time, and I got a lot of big snipes. If you follow the Instagram, go ahead and do that. Instagram.com/BrodyDoesMobile. Link is in the description. That's where I post all my snipes, and I definitely got a lot. Some of them are blanking me now. Tyron Smith for 592k. Probably not a snipe, but we will give it a check. 700k, 670k. So now I'll pass. So we checked. Not that great. I mean, it's a good price if I wanted to put him on my team, but in terms of reselling him, he's not going to make me any profit. So I'll pass. And that's kind of what I do, guys, and that's how I get most of my coins. So I think that wraps up what I want to talk about. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I did to make my coins? Anything else? I talked about the events. Any sets that I've done? I think that wraps it up for the most part. Let me check my favorites. No, I just used that 80 plus. This one is one of my favorites, like I said. The store, I really don't make money off the store, to be honest. I would probably stay away from that store. I haven't spent any cash or gems, obviously. So yeah, I think that wraps up. I open up these packs right here for 25k every day just because they're fun, but I don't really make coins off these packs. I haven't gotten lucky in these packs. But yeah, I think that wraps up all I want to talk about in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.